Pod Leadum.
Top model. All the cycles. Podcast. Lead. Spelled backwards. Dumb.
Pod Leadum.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another brand new episode of Pod Leadum. Unless you're watching this a second time, and then it's a rerun. I think that's fun, too. We're at the finale of Cycle 14. My name is J.W. Crump, and in past cycles, they've only been able to sell one thing.
I'm Alexander Price, and tomorrow you need to get up, be young, fresh, and exciting.
And I'm Hannah Jane Ginsburg. And have fun. Hold each other's hands.
I knew someone was going to take that one. And like I said, this is the finale of Cycle 14, the now traditionally titled America's Next Top Model is a ... which I have retitled, even though this usually got The Girl Who's America's Next Top Model.
Yeah.
I still retitled it to The Girl Who is Nerve-Wracking. Simple, succinct, the best descriptor of this character we've ever had.
The nerves are racked.
And if your nerves are racked, you should go to anchor.fm/podleadum and become part of our Leadum Pod. Be a monthly sponsor. Subscriber? No, we're not subscribing. We're free content, baby.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. It'd be weird if you sponsored but weren't subscribed. You drew a hard boundary for yourself.
I like it. No one can tie you down. Not even us.
That option, listener, is there. And we decided not to take it because we love our sponsors.
So thank you for everyone.
And go to anchor.fm/podleadum or click it right beneath your thing right now. Okay.
Ooh.
I'm all jazzed up because I've got so much to let y'all know about from the next episode, but also all the past episodes. That's right. Episode 13, Chubby Bunny. It's the recap episode.
Let me ask you a question, Alexander. As the only one who does the emotional labor of watching the recap episode, have you had any preference whatsoever for when the recap falls in the cycle?
Oh, that's
because it's either in the middle or at the end now.
I prefer an overseas.
So halfway-ish.
Because that's when you can throw in fun things, but not feel like this is a slog, because it's just a recap now. It's not really a very behind the scenes thing, though get ready, because there's some hot gauze from Beyond the Grave.
I also feel like, and obviously I don't know because I said it at the very beginning and I'll stay true to it forever, I do not watch the recaps. But at the end, I feel like for the first couple of people who go home, it's like, wait, who are you?
Yeah. I think the primo spot truly is either overseas, if they don't have a ton overseas that they need to cover, or right before the final episode. So do like a recap final.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised with the whole 2-hour season finale format they've started that they haven't done more of that. Had like a 2-hour night, because it makes sense to me, like, okay, yeah, one part of the hour is a recap, but I'll just casually watch that in the background and then really get into the episode. That would make so much sense to me.
Could you imagine watching it 2 hours and then the next week you tune in for the recap of what already happened?
The ratings must have plummeted. There's no way.
Or else they designed it like that because it got to a weird part in the TV cycle that they didn't have anything new lined up for anyway.
Yeah.
Sure. Seventh Heaven hadn't started the new season yet, so they had to slap on.
So yeah, a lot of it was like kind of just going through the same things. Though I don't remember Tyra calling Ren met their new roommate. As though Ren was just part of the house, but not part of the competition.
Ren owns the building. She's here for all of your plumbing issues.
To be fair, she does seem like an RA / like landlord that like doesn't like this job that she's been roped into somehow.
Oh yeah, she's got big niece of the person who actually owns the building and like assist the super, you know?
Clearly the reason I think they chose to do this after the finale, because the editors hate Raina. There are so many times where she's like, we're so innocent. There, all the drama. Cut to drawing MS Paint style halo and wings on Raina that later get changed to devil horns.
So not even like subtle shade,
No,
just
this is
in
like
your face.
Perez Hilton level. I was shocked there was not jizz on her cheek. There were roaches in the house, shocking no one.
Yep.
And Andre Leon Talley got on everyone's case for not having pedicures. And Ainsley had French tips on her toes.
Can I just tell you, knowing Ainsley's from Georgia, that is such a Southern woman thing. I have seen so many Southern women with French tips on their toes that to me, it's like something I associate with the South at this point.
We also learned that Najwa liked to wear very sexy lingerie to bed, and it made everyone uncomfortable.
Not shocking.
Also, I literally, when you said Najwa, I was like, Alexander, you're going to have to re-record that. Najwa wasn't in this cycle. Like, I completely forgot her.
This is what I'm saying.
Benny Ninja and crew were at the Pendulum Runway and were removed from the episode.
What
That's a shame.
happened between Tyra and Benny Ninja?
And that's really interesting because we said in the previous cycle that we made this whole deal about that was Benny Ninja's last episode.
He doesn't even get a credit for this episode on IMDb.
Wow.
Interesting.
Ren on the phone said the phrase, I'm with the craziest girls from high school and then like ghetto girls and not even funny ones. So there was also a ton of drinking in the house that was cut out. Everyone drank. They also say that we sent Ren home. That's not happened. She left.
I mean, they sent her home because she begrudgingly was trying to stay.
Now, the big thing of the episode was, and I think I mentioned this before, but when Brenda got her hair done at the house, no one, neither Sally nor her assistant, cleaned up the hair.
Right.
So it was left on the floor. From 12:07 to 2:28, it had still not been cleaned up. Krista comes into the room and says, please clean it up nicely. Brenda refuses to get out of bed. Krista says, I'll sweep it into the room if you don't. Brenda says, well, now I definitely won't. So Krista follows through and Brenda responds, it was thrown around the room. It wasn't. And then she says, I will not vacuum it. So we don't know how long that hair stayed on the floor.
Yikes. That's so gross. I do think though it's kind of crappy that the people who cut her hair did not help with cleaning it up.
Why was that assistant there?
Yeah.
And also, why didn't you put down a towel or a mat or something?
Tarp was not available.
So you know how Jessica doesn't know where New Zealand is?
Oh yeah.
She also doesn't know where anything else is.
Yeah, I get that.
She thought Hawaii was a continent. She thought Europe was above Canada. Also, Canada is part of the United States. Surprising no one, she was homeschooled until 8th grade.
Those are your prime geography years.
Yeah.
And then, do we remember the Mr. J. Frankenstein on the wall?
Yep.
That was not Mr. J. Raina was sent a gift from her boyfriend, and the boyfriend sent body pieces that make up the perfect man, which included an elephant head / trunk for his stick.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Was it a kit, or did he do some creative scrapbooking?
Creative scrapbooking. He cut pictures out, wrote on the back why it was the perfect thing, and then she had to put together the man, including an elephant head for his dick.
Someone was competing in his own private genuine Ken.
Yeah, right?
That is some extra boyfriending.
Yeah, I mean, that is really weird, but part of me is like, would be so charmed if someone did that for
Just
me.
by the amount of effort.
Yeah. Everyone else gets like little crappy drawings from their kids, and Rain is like, I have a full an hour craft that I have to do.
You sent me an activity.
It's my Totino's activity pack.
She did it in front of everyone, but like no one seemed that enthused to be involved. They were just held hostage in the room.
Well, yeah, it's a private thing, first of all. It's a between two people thing.
I think it also includes like tree trunk legs or something like that. And a washboard for abs. It was like that level.
I don't know. That still feels cute to me.
I agree.
Can you imagine if some listeners like gonna send us just wild versions of this?
We got so much more Pat Cleveland, including great quotes like, while your eyes are closed, imagine who you are in there. And, ooh, just all of you vibrating out into the universe. Ooh. And then Alasia said about Pat, She does dipping your hands into the butter and spreading it into the world. And it's the most perfect summation of Pat Cleveland of like,
feel the grains of rice between your fingers.
And then she said the phrase literally right after that. Do you feel like your hair speaks for you sometimes? Because I often feel that my hair is telling this story.
She's so wacky.
Oh, Raina, because we had to set up, this is why it feels like this was set up to be before the finale, even though the editors hate her. Raina said, wrote in a book that Krista looks like a drag queen. Krista called her out, and then Raina denied it, and then the editors drew a Pinocchio nose on her.
Oh,
she must have been such an asshole to the crew.
Also, not that comment isn't always probably going to be meant to be mean-spirited, but I don't feel like Krista looks like that's a weird
She won the drag challenge.
Too. I mean, like, to be fair, I guess she did.
Last couple things. We saw more of Alexandra's macro impressions. None were good in that room.
I think we learned the cycle of micro impression is fun. A macro impression is bad.
So you know the ALT visit?
Mm-hmm.
Angelique was drinking like cognac and juice, I think. And she served it to Andre Leon Talley. Because he was like, oh, what are you drinking? And she's like, this. And he's like, I'll take some.
Oh.
And that's it.
I mean, it is funny that Raina is edited. We'll talk about it in this episode, but she's definitely got a very specific narrative that she's pushing. And it feels like this recap, to your point, Alexander, came afterwards just so the editors could be like, now that she's lost, let's have a chat.
Also, so much of the finale that we're about to talk about is trying to make us believe that there's any suspense to this 40 minutes of television, and just piling on that Raina was also not a good person would just take all of the wind out of the sails.
That's very true.
But there's been thrills, chills, and spills, Hannah.
For our 13 long, tall girlies.
Long and tall, just stretched to the max.
No,
do you remember that
petite this season?
Yeah. Do you remember that petite cycle? America's Next Top Model doesn't. I wrote, and this was also kind of true while you're recapping, Alexander, when they showed her picture, I totally forgot that Ren existed. Like, I think if I went back and had to name all the contestants, I would probably be able to work my way through all of them. Ren, I don't know if it's just because she didn't get an audition.
Maybe.
Gone from my brain.
If you went back and re-edited all of her episodes, and in place of Ren, just put a wet mop with button eyes, would it be that different?
No.
Make the content, everybody.
Krista started at the bottom, but she has undeniable model presence and stunning bone structure.
Bone structure.
I just love within the same sentence that she started out at the bottom, but has been kept at the top week after week.
She had a bad picture because she had a bad prop.
One bad picture, one mediocre picture dominated the rest of the competition.
It's almost hard to come up with a real narrative for Krista because a big part of it's just one of the most winning contestants we've ever had.
Yeah. And then Raina, also, why does Tyra insist on singing Raina's name every time? She's like,
well, she
Raina.
gets the mistreatment too.
Miss Raina.
Miss Raina.
Also, why is the final image we get of Raina the Raina and Jessica bottom two? Because that doesn't make her look very good to remind us that she was in the bottom two so recently.
This first talking head of Raina, where is she looking?
Where has she been? Why has the camera not focused on her? It is blurry. It's weird. It's
That's
taken
how strong
from
the
nowhere.
personality is. Just blew out the camera.
Holy schneik. Not schneiki. Holy schneik.
No, just one snake.
It's improper to have more than one schneiki in a room. I need to have the two of you help me figure out why when we see their penthouse, why one of their beds is fully turned on its side.
Right.
I know why.
Why?
Because if you look closely, there is a bathtub behind that upturned bed. So they were blocking the bathtub so
Privacy
people
screen?
could. Yes, but it was a full bed, upended.
Their bathtub was just like in the middle of the room?
Yeah, there was a bathtub there.
Huh.
Raina acts like giving up volleyball after college is a huge sacrifice. And I say, don't most people give up volleyball after college?
Yeah, what was the plan?
Well, I will say this. I don't think that's what it is. I think we get it later, but something she says about her dad in volleyball made me think that this was a big deal within the Raina household. I think that's what it was.
Don't you finish your college sport when you finish college?
I would say most of the time.
Also, this new blue tongue picture of Raina.
See, now I saw purple, so this is a perfume ad of a thing.
See, it looked very blue raspberry to me.
Well, they decided this cycle to give us relatable pictures for both of them in the form of ugly pictures.
And studio portraits only for Krista.
Well, that's where she took photos, because all her other Krista photos are blurry. They're either Sears Woodland Mills photos, or they are blurred. Tiny little, you remember the like instant cameras that the pictures were a little postage stamp size?
Yeah.
It was like she took those and they just blew them up.
And we go on a real hair journey with Krista that ends in a literal helmet.
No wonder she wasn't fazed by the ponytail.
Also, this begins Krista's, how many times did you audition, Krista? Because it keeps changing.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me wonders, like, if there was a certain number of times she made it into the room and the rest of the time she attended the auditions.
Sent a tape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it kind of reminds me of Jocelyn's storyline. When she says she auditioned 30 times, I'm like, you went to an audition 30 times. Like, you didn't, like, get to the semis 30 times.
Craptions crunch. I did say craptions.
Keep it in.
Why have we not seen Harps Plays Glissando along with our shooting star animation?
We start to see that a lot going forward, and I feel just like Big Harp got in there.
Big Harp sent some money to Top Model.
Learn a music term.
I got to look up glissando, which I didn't know, and it's great because it is what is happening.
Sure.
So we've fully given up the pretense all the way in this 2-paragraph essay. One of you will rise above the other to claim the title of America's Next Top Model. But for now, you're flying on the same level. You know how that's a thing people say. So pack an overnight bag.
But no teen text.
Oh, no, none. We've transcended.
And Raina starts pitching scary ideas to Krista, and Krista is like, no. And then she doesn't understand that Krista, here's what I realized is probably one of the many things that's causing Raina to not get along with other people. Raina doesn't understand that when someone's joking at all. She takes everything at face value. So when Krista's like, no, Krista's trying to be funny and be like, I will not do that. Like, oh no. No.
Mm-mm.
And Raina's like, no, you don't think it could be a hot air balloon? I thought that was a good pitch. Like, she doesn't understand.
Raina also outs herself as toxic positivity.
Good vibes only.
All the time.
Yeah, we had not had this term yet to describe her.
But she says, I think people don't like me because anything that's negative, I just turn into a positive. And I'm like, yeah, it's toxic. And people don't like to be around it.
I do appreciate that she finally just outright says, I think Krista doesn't like me. I'm glad that Raina just knows. She hasn't figured out the reason, but I appreciate that Raina just understands. Krista does not like me, and that's what is true.
When they arrive at the helipad, why are they wearing safety fanny packs?
I love these yellow bum bags.
Is Krista holding a throw pillow?
Oh, I thought it was like going to be for her neck or something.
It was a square.
It was a square. She just took it from the penthouse. I also looked this up. This helicopter ride is 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes from where they are.
I love it. Here's what happened. We heard a lot of things last week about Anasui that did not come true. So I think they had a lot of leftover budget to blow, which meant it was New Zealand Tourism Board helicopter time.
Yeah. So we head to Rakino Island, and there is no one basically that lives on this island. There's like 76 houses. They have no shopping. It is not developed. You have to either take a helicopter or take a ferry to go shopping or have it sent in to you. Rich. The one fun thing is the island was once owned by a clinical psychologist and hypnotherapist who also owned an Auckland nightclub and toured as a professional hypnotherapist under the name The Great Ricardo. Of course.
Too many lanes. Too many lanes.
I generally like that the top two get this just kind of very temporary vacation home where later they get real good looking food.
And a blandly handsome teenager to tell them the name of where they're staying.
The timeline of this is wacky because they are handed some champagne from nice seeming teenager.
Which apparently both of them are ready for, according to Krista. They were like, we want to get to the drinks.
And then are interrupted by Miss J.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, put those down. And then they're taken outside where the wind is so strong.
This is great.
So strong.
They did not need to be outside for this.
Why did you do this?
This room is windows. You didn't need to.
Miss J makes no eye contact with either of them, stares forward and even shoves the papers in their hands laterally.
I wanted those scripts to fly away.
They almost did. Why were they opening them outside?
Also, I have a question. Why is Miss J here? Because that means Miss J had to take either a helicopter or a ferry ride to this island for this moment and then leave? Because Miss J doesn't stay.
Hannah has said it before. Miss J has just become their challenge host.
But this isn't even a challenge.
Well, we find out later that Miss J is a spy and is there to report back at the final judging. So this whole finale episode is a little bit off. And we'll see a lot more of that, particularly at the final judging. But I think this is the first time that we have not gotten even a glimpse of the CoverGirl script, at least in a very long time.
I have it. It's not that wacky. For a CoverGirl script, the copy is nothing.
Well, I guess they had to get a lot of information in there, so.
Well, this is Firsties. They get to do the whole collection, the whole Blast collection.
I love she specifically says the whole collection of the Blast collection. Collections on collections on collections. Then Raina writes better copy than any recap ever could when she's like, I'm these two Fs, fun and flirty. Krista is these two Fs, focused and fierce. Who do you think will be on top? Na 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 na.
Raina's personal challenge was consonants. Yes.
Yes. I was like, Raina, that was so well spoken and delivered. Where is this all the time? She does start really pumping the narrative that she is the youngest model that's ever
very
used.
Fresh.
So fresh.
Raina is 22. Krista is 24. They are basically the same age.
And she's trying to turn it into an All About Eve situation.
Yes! She's like, me? I'm so young. Krista's so decrepit.
Maybe Krista's better at modeling because she's been doing it for so much longer than I have.
I wonder what Jesus Christ thought of Krista's modeling. She modeled right in front of him.
She can't remember this copy. Maybe she's senile.
I actually wish she'd gone. I would love Raina if she'd gone that hard with it. I want to. That's a side note so that y'all know, because it's not the first time the two of you have mentioned All About Eve. So I thought when you first mentioned it that All About Eve was the name of Eve's 3-season sitcom. And so the first time, and I've never told you guys this because I forgot that I did this, I looked it up and I was like, oh, it's just called Eve. And then I didn't think to myself, oh, I'm wrong. I thought to myself, Alexander and Hannah misspoke that this was what it is called. And then I watched a full season of Eve's sitcom. I'm here to tell you, she's not bad.
I love, JW, that you were like, silly Alexander and Hannah. It was just called Eve. Don't work so hard.
Not, the acclaimed picture and subsequent musical adaptation. We are very familiar with All About Eve, Hannah and I.
Mr. J walks in, making fun of Krista.
I will say this was cute to me because she did make this a really big deal. And I, for a rare time, thought this was the right amount of picking at someone.
Except he keeps doing it.
Yes,
Sure.
we even get a sepia flashback. And Skull
Well,
Hat!
Mr. J didn't do the sepia flashback. He didn't command that.
Yes, he did. By doing it, he knew. But Skull Hat!
And look, our hostage Nicole is here.
They retuned her. The robot got an update.
Hey guys, for today's print and commercial shoot, you'll be given all the tools you need to wow us with a big, bold look using CoverGirl's Blast Collection. But remember, it's not just about the way you look, so show us your personality and have fun with it.
They removed the crazy laugh.
Hannah, that was such a good read because she really does go, and remember! Like, her remember is maniacal.
That's the real Nicole coming out.
But before we go too far, can we all just agree that we all love an egg cup? Because they had really cute egg cups.
You know what we don't have enough of in the United States? Soft-boiled eggs.
Oh, I agree with that.
Yeah.
And I have 2 egg cups that were given to me by my husband because he knows I like soft-boiled eggs. Grew up eating it. We called it soldiers because you take the
Dip
little
your
toast.
toast.
Yeah, you take your soldiers and dip it in the egg. Soft-boiled eggs are the jam.
I love them.
The concept for this commercial is
If we can call it that.
just 2 girls getting ready for a hot, fun night on the town with bodyguards, dates. We're relatable. We're CoverGirl. This is in Walmart.
We're wearing gowns?
In our mansion that we're going to take a helicopter away from?
What a heel turn for CoverGirl.
This was them trying to be edgy and sophisticated. Or what was their word? Feisty. They're feisty now. This is feisty.
Feisty, and Vincent Okendo is not as good as Sutan about selling CoverGirl makeup. It's all about the flaws. I had to use 2 of these.
I also love that Raina deadpans. Is this the Shine Blast gloss? It is. Wow, I love it.
They give structured lips.
Are your lips too loosey-goosey?
You
Put them
need
in a box.
Resculpted.
Robot Nicole checks back in with Krista and says something that's actually kind of helpful if you parse it. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. The important thing is the end product, which, if you translate it, is it's okay if you need the cue cards or if that you need a bunch of takes. As long as you're acting through it, it's going to be fine. But to say it as the end product is what we need is a choice.
She also is still, even with this whole new robotic Nicole, she still overpronounces one word per sentence. And the way she says important is lovely. Okay, I love Jonathan Mannion in this.
Yeah, not bad.
How nice, how friendly, how he seemed like he was genuinely proud of them.
They realize that Mr. J is not a director, and they probably need a real director on set.
Gave understandable direction.
Seemed pleased at takes, which is so nice to see.
Tony Drayton is their photographer.
I am so mad. Where the ever-living fuck is Jim DeYonker?
He doesn't work for the show anymore.
Does he not? Do we think he doesn't?
Oh, I think we will not see DeYonker again. I think.
That makes me really sad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because this was like when we got our
Old
hot
DeYonker.
Jimmy D action. Yeah.
Also,
We even
it
used to
would've
get
been
him
fun to
interviewing.
see him and Andre Leon Talley meet at some point.
Oh, I hope they did.
When Krista is about to do her commercial, we hear someone scream rolling.
It sounded like Raina. didn't
Raina. Yes, it sounded like Raina.
it? The cognitive dissonance was real.
Yeah. Okay, I also have some timestamp shenanigans to point out here.
Ooh.
From the timestamp, because they're very prominent, it seems like Krista gets 11 minutes and Raina gets 36 minutes.
Huh.
I guess that's what happens when you just say yes to the cue cards.
The not oft talked about spinoff of Say Yes to the Dress. Just say yes to this. But before, Krista has an enemy, and that enemy is cue cards. Cue cards have hurt her family, and she will not allow you to take them out in front of her. She screams it at one point. No cue card.
I mean, I think she's seen the show and she goes, fuck. Cue cards are a death sentence, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also where they put the cue cards is bananas. They put them so low and so off to the side.
It seemed very unnecessary.
I've had this actually happen before a lot, and they had to do the exact same thing that Raina did, where it's read it, then deliver it. It's for, sometimes they just weren't truly set up for it, but unfortunately I've had to do this on 2 different commercial things. It's weird when it happens, though.
Yeah.
Because you always think you're going to be looking off just a little weirdly. And neither of these contestants needed any more opportunities to look in the wrong direction.
No.
Because both of them were like confused by birds the entire time.
I will say, I think this was too brightly lit.
I mean, it seemed like a lot of potential for glare.
And the final product doesn't dissuade that idea.
Mr. J has a quadruple Paulina of a sentence. I love that you're laughing it off. Most girls would crumble and fall, but it's a reality. You can't hold on to the lines. You're making do with what you have here.
Yeah, a lot of twists and turns.
The
and
secret
backhanded
challenge of cue cards is don't cry.
Mhm. There's no crying in cue cards.
I would cry if I was Krista and saw the dress they put me in.
What about what they plopped on top of your head for the photo shoot?
All of this was real ugly stuff, but Krista got the worst of it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Raina, during her commercial, and we can talk about it later, but unsurprisingly, was doing the most and also doing it the stiffest way possible.
Well, here's the problem. Wolf eyes are nocturnal.
So stupid, Hannah. I love it because I trust you so much, Hannah, as a person, that when you set up something so serious, I'm always like, wow, Hannah's about to make a point.
And it's just
No.
bits.
It's just all bits, baby. They've diagnosed it correctly. She way over rehearsed and choreographed herself. And so then she has those moments where she's like, cover girl, lash blast, or whatever that is,
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm moving. And now
Left,
at this
back.
line, I'm going to look up to the left and boom. And every time it messes her up.
I have the copy. I want you guys to judge it.
Ooh.
Now's the time to turn your look up full blast. If you want to shine in the spotlight, you need a look that gets you noticed. Discover CoverGirl's Blast Collection and get ready to rock your beautiful. A smoky eye that's bold and brilliant is effortless with Smoky Shadow Blast Stick. And for lashes that go to the extreme without flaking out on you, it's CoverGirl Lash Blast Length. The finishing touch, new Shine Blast Gloss for sculpted lips with luscious shine. Go elevate your look with the Blast Collection from Easy Breezy Beautiful CoverGirl. No tongue twisters.
The only part of that really I found disturbing was lashes that won't flake out on you. Because it sounds like if you don't treat them right, they're going to leave your face.
Oh, wow.
Lashes that won't ghost you on a second date. The only tongue twistery part was discover cover girl. Because
Yes.
discover cover.
Discover cover. It also makes you think it's a Discover card ad.
When you said it, I thought that for a second. I was like, discover. Oh, right.
You know, the card that you can't use anywhere. Discover.
I will say that you are correct that that's one of the more normal. It's not quite as puntacular as our traditional ones.
Mm-hmm.
So they head back to the penthouse because they cannot stay here. This room is booked.
It's been the longest day of Raina's life.
It can't be.
You didn't ever have a long volleyball tournament or anything? Come on.
No away games? Raina sets up our dynamic. Krista's older. I'm younger. Krista's high fashion. I'm a little more younger.
Have I mentioned I'm young and fresh?
Well, they've also gaslit Krista into believing this courtesan thing because she fully described that's just who Raina is now to everyone. And they have used that picture of Raina with that fucking ring more times than ever before.
Bad surprise.
Yes.
At the 17 shoot the next day, we have traded beautiful Anne Choquette for Nigel Barker.
Who is in a rush.
Wham bam, girls. Put your t-shirts on and let's go.
He needs to meet people to discuss wine smuggling.
I have a conspiracy theory.
Do.
I think Anne quit the show. I think that because it's weird that she's not here, this is when in a lot of cycles recently, it's like the Anne goodbye to them kind of moment where she helps them through this. And then she gives her, similar to Jimmy DeYonker, the Anne Choquette, here's what I think about blank, and here's what I think about blank, kind of whatever. Yeah. I think she either had removed herself from 17 magazine maybe during this season, or she was just like, guys, I've done this enough. I'm ready to leave.
It feels like the top model universe is shrinking.
Oh, yeah.
And that the opportunities for there to be people who the contestants can rely on, who are not also their judges.
Benny Ninja, Jim DeYonker, and
Choquette, all just fading away.
And I think a big part of that too is also Miss J being the person who introduces so many challenges. It feels like it's a missed opportunity to have them meet other people.
Mm-hmm.
Why is one option for Krista salute?
All young girls salute. That's how they greet each other.
Oh.
Raina also is like, hey, the magazine's called 17, Krista.
Also, if anyone out there has this top model tank that's just top model, but a heart for the O's, please send our way. I can't believe they had Raina go up there and be literally in a top model shirt. They have
Krista had one too at the end.
Oh, they have given up.
Because Anne Choquette is not there.
Yeah.
Then we head back to the penthouse for, I didn't like this.
The girls walk in and they, quote unquote, surprise Tyra in a candid moment of being a setting up photographer who is setting up.
I do like that Tyra thinks that the narrative that she's created is that she set up all of this herself. Because it's a lot of stuff.
We also know Tyra doesn't know lights. That's canonical.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
Is this where Jim DeYonker was? He had to set all of this up.
And leave.
Yeah.
So we're introduced to parents who have no names because she's doing a family portrait.
How come you did you not like the surprise and the tyranness of it all? Or did you didn't need families?
I don't really need families necessarily.
Oh, I always love a family visit.
I mean, I'm cold-hearted. There were so many questions that I had, right? Number one, we don't ever get anyone's name. Mm-hmm. Number two, did they also fly the other contestants' families down? Because this is a long flight. But maybe that's why they had to fly to an island to do a shoot so that they had time for the family to fly into New Zealand.
Maybe. That's a good point, actually. I liked it conceptually, and I really liked Krista's relationship with her family, especially. And I just think the only thing that I truly didn't like about it was the reveal at the end that these would only be posted on Tyra.com. And Tyra said that, and you won't be getting prints.
Yes. It just
you'll have to download them from the site like everybody else.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like about it as well, because doesn't matter whatever reality show I'm watching, I will tear up at a family visit. That just arrows its way straight into my heart. Parents being proud of kids is like my kryptonite.
But they're not going to print them for them?
To turn it around and have it be a shill for the magazine Tyra.com.
Let me tell you about magazine Tyra.com, because some of the things on this website that we see.
Wait. No. You can only be one of four things. This is the Tyra sorting hat. You can be Tyra goes goo goo for Gaga. You can be from the bedroom to the streets. You can be it's complicated, death by hookup.
That was the one.
Or you can be beauty myths debunked. Everyone is one.
She also had little links to be your own CEO, step 7, and take the pledge, which made it feel very culty.
I love the idea that you only get one step a month in how to be a CEO.
It's gotta take you a year.
Death by hookup was really what jumped out at me.
It's complicated.
My backup quote was when Krista's family was taking a picture and Tyra is yelling at her stepfather to be more natural. And then he says, "This is my chance to be in a photo shoot." And Tyra goes, "Yes, feel the chance."
Also, Krista's mom said, "Fuck my other two daughters. Krista's the pretty one."
She sure did.
And then Raina lied in her confessional because Raina lies in confessionals and said that her dad walked down the stairs. He didn't. She ran up the stairs.
All the way up, yeah.
And then we get this very offhanded but revealing sentence, which is Raina talking about how nice it is that her dad is supporting her modeling because it was a big deal when she quit volleyball. And it sounds like volleyball was a dream this father had for Raina that she went against. And this was a family rift. And that's why I think her quitting volleyball has a bigger meaning to her, that her good vibes only toxic positivity will not allow her to compute.
I have a question. Do families have mottos? Is that a thing that families have?
Maybe they have a crest too. You could go all the way there.
No.
If my family had a motto, it would be, "We're done by 9:30 p.m." Because that is when we leave everything.
My family's motto is mostly from the women because it's a very female family. It would probably be "Flats are for quitters."
Oh, I actually, Alexandra, that's great for reality TV.
My family motto, which is from my dad, is "Don't ask the question if you don't want to know the answer."
Ooh.
Said like a doctor.
So I guess the answer to that question, Alexander,
I guess is yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess. If you give it some thought, yes.
Welcome to our ugly home.
Reddit is back for a historically hideous season.
It's our 100th ugly house. This place is mayhem. That is impressive.
And if these walls could talk,
Do you cry a lot?
I do.
they'd have a lot to say.
What in God's name is this pit?
Don't get too close.
No, if you see the show, I'm scared of that.
Ugliest House in America season premiere Wednesday at 8 on HGTV.
I had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn, and I hire wrong. So then I'm doing IT, and when I go to plug the servers in, they become sentient, and they won't let us access our network unless we forward their chain emails and memes to more and more and more people, and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant finds and invites best fit candidates to apply so you can discover talent you may have missed. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
Oh, it's such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
I meant those blackout motorized shades.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. I installed these and then got some for my mom. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Hall of Fame son.
They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Blinds.com is the GOAT.
Visit Blinds.com now for up to 45% off site-wide and free professional installation. Rules and restrictions apply.
We head to what is referred to as the Auckland Museum.
Probably one of the coolest venues.
Okay. The full name of this museum is the Auckland War Memorial Museum, Tamake Pangahira. Why does Top Model like going to war museums? Remember they did it in Rome too?
Just very dramatic.
Yeah, it's very strange. And they're told that the Anasui runway theme is rock and roll circus.
Also, in the first part of this episode, we were told that Anasui was hand-picking every outfit that would be worn on this runway. And here we are told that she just sent the entire spring 2010 collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is so weird that the designer is not present for the show.
On loan.
Rock and Roll Circus is a real rebel ice skater of a thing, too.
Leo would have killed this runway.
Yes.
Oh, they would have, for sure.
The top 6 quote unquote returns, they don't. They don't get an IMDb credit for this episode.
Everyone was uncredited for this episode. So here's what, in the grand tradition of last cycle, they have now told you what their top 2 pictures are, as decided by the post team. Alasia, Dance, and Hair Wars. Okay.
Yes and no.
But that was not praised. And
No.
also, she had a number one, the vampire one. Jessica, fake fashion, and hair wars, one that I think she bottomed 2 for.
Once again, yes and no.
No.
Alexandra, the one item one, and then the shade Tyra photo. Which the one
No
item one.
and yes.
Yeah. And then Angelique may be the only one that was both, which was fake fashion and her cover girl Subway.
Yeah.
Which is so funny because Alasia and Jessica both have number one photos that you could have just chosen from.
I also think there's something suspicious about one person getting the cover girl shot and it being Angelique, who probably would have done well in this episode.
I thought the same thing. This also makes a double episode so weird because Alexandra and Angelique literally are barely gone. They pop back into existence 30 minutes later.
I did like that Angelique was very ready to root for Krista.
Oh, completely.
Here's what I think, though. You knew that Angelique was going to root for Krista. And that Jessica was going to root for Raina. Sure. I think somewhere Alexandra, there is footage of her going, and I'm Team Alexandra.
Raina misunderstands what a runway show is for because she thinks it's for her.
Yeah. This whole
The
thing
whole
is for
show.
her. Finally, it fits her. Also, it's a problem that you're finally getting to a runway show that you feel like you could excel at. Not because of how you've grown, but because of the accommodation the show is making for you.
But also, historically, you did not do well at a fun runway challenge. Either one of them.
I will say that I like that the final runway is in line with a lot of our more personality-driven runway teaches throughout the cycle. It feels like they built to something in a way they normally don't. Normally what they do is teach you a bunch of walking stuff, and then the runway show is just so different. At least with this, it was kind of built up to this.
Yes. There are also, part of this runway, circus acts.
I'm sorry. The star of this episode was the most casual ribbon dancer who has ever danced a ribbon.
Because juggling, real. Ribbon dancer, model. Woman with ball, real. Man who steals ball, model. Hula hooper, who could say?
I love that we didn't see woman with ball do anything with it. She's just like, here's my ball.
That's why she was clearly real and not a model.
I loved him and his stupid little devil horns.
Yep.
And his 0% effort.
I think we found out what happens when you give a straight person a ribbon. There's just no, they are just not into it.
Nicole Bott did not get her walk updated.
But she did get a huge hat to fool everyone into thinking that she was the same height as everyone else.
I love this. I love that they made our iconically only petite winner, who is still 5'7",
still a plausible model height,
wear a hat that made her bigger than anyone. It goes against everything the show stands for.
She looked like a baby in a Sears Thanksgiving themed photo shoot.
I thought she looked very Alice in Wonderland, which I guess is a little circusy, but
okay. We'll talk about the runway. I have to do my annual what are these songs?
Sure. Oh yes.
Okay. So we have the circus music was a cover of Fur Elise by 8-Bit Weapon. Then we had Probable Cause by Todd Kearns. The very problematic So Stupid by The Briefs, which was very hard to find not cleaned up lyrics because captions told on them. We got Nonchalant parentheses Sofa by Chapeau Melon. The captions call this rock and roll music. It's by a French-Canadian band. And
Chapeau Melon?
Chapeau Melon. And You're the Bomb by Returning Music, the DNC. Let me pull up some lyrics from a couple
Can y'all, when you bring back your cabaret show, and you know you must,
do something
you just
by the
do
DNC?
all cover? No, all.
So I'll do the fun part first, and then I'll do the not fun part. So You're the Bomb by the DNC includes the lyrics, yes, yes, girl, you're the bomb. My lovin' is slim delicious. Never repetitious. I'm so delicious. Still nutritious.
I'm just going to say, sometimes you want lovin' to be a little repetitious.
Yeah, right?
It's an important part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the way you walk. Yes, I mean the way you take them footsteps. The way you talk. Yes, I mean the way you move your lips.
I mean, I love a definition.
I just love the clarification needed. Wait, what? When you say walk?
Oh, you mean footsteps.
You the footsteps.
Okay.
One in
And
front of the
then-
other?
Finally, want to get to know ya, maybe. We could kick it just like football. Come on, get to know me. When can you go to the field and start to dribble? I don't know if DNC understands sports.
Ooh.
Well, I love that they're definitely coming from it from a European sensibility.
Yeah, I was going
because
to say
they're
that's where we
football.
really needed the definition of when I say football. I mean
American soccer, and European football.
And then we have the song So Stupid by the Briefs, because the first lyric of this song,
How content warning is this?
the first lyric of the song uses the R slur, which was not fun, but it also includes the lyrics, ever since the accident, we kept you in the basement. So I don't need to know this song.
What the fuck? What?
And as a palate cleanser, this nonchalant sofa, the lyrics are translated, so who knows, right? But one of the things is, without Jim, a discomposed body.
a metaphor for the episode.
Yes.
Honestly, a metaphor for life.
What if that was Jim DeYounker's band?
Oh.
Chapeau Melon or the DNC.
I would
the
love.
DeYounker number
And
chorus.
Charlie.
Oh no, the DeYonker nephew chorus. It's all the DeYonkers from Kloofing.
Music to Kloof to.
DeYonker in Kloofin.
Oh.
Why aren't the professional models doing this happy walk that they've been instructed to do? Not one of them smiles, nor does fun things. So it makes the people from the show seem crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Love Alexandra giving us fresh personality air guitar.
Honestly, she learned the wrong lesson on the plane, and I don't blame her. I wish she had done the flight attendant things. I got second place for this. Ooh.
Raina's cute pose was leg kicks, which I said no.
You know what? I was expecting them to have to do so much worse after Tyra's demonstration in the previous episode that I was relieved that they were not actually twirling and skipping.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. I don't know why I wrote this. I wrote the note Chaos Heaven. I think one of them
that's
described it.
because Krista is talking about how backstage is chaos, but it feels like heaven.
Oh.
Krista also says, no one can touch you right now, as she is being covered in people's hands.
Well, but I'll say this. You know what didn't happen? She didn't get pushed on. She was so far removed from everyone. And all that happened was Mr. J politely said her name and she walked, which seems like what a real fashion show is like.
Then we are told something that is not true, because they are going to walk in pairs, and we are told that this is choreography. Where was the choreography?
It literally seemed like the only thing that was planned was who was walking out first and who was walking out second.
Was it planned? Because it seemed like it was like one of you go.
It seems like they were supposed to decide amongst themselves in advance.
Yeah, I got
But
that
that was
vibe
it.
too. Who was the rando who got paired with Robot Nicole, though? Who drew that short straw? Literally, I guess.
And Raina can't help but do her stupid kiss blow.
I'll say this. If we hadn't seen her do it all the time, I would think it was fine here. Because if you're going to do something like that, and the way you were instructed, it seemed like the time.
But still, at the end of the day, she's not good at walking, and Krista is. And this runway show gives us nothing that we didn't already know.
Nope. Including things we already know. Tyra is really bad at interviewing people and has not improved over the years.
And now we get to another piece of evidence about this episode being strangely off. Why are these emotional interviews happening right after the runway show. This is not the time for this. This is a time for a big Tyra hug and a congratulations, and you both did so good, and we'll see you tomorrow. This is not the time for tic tacs and emotions.
And also, they had to sit in these chairs and clearly wait for Tyra to come back.
Oh, yeah. And Raina is bad at faking it, looking straight forward. And then Tyra. Yeah, the energy of this was so odd. And it does kind of give us a last minute new narrative for Krista.
Well, Krista somehow manages to give a great, super emotional, really interesting interview, even under all these conditions, and with questions like, how did you feel growing up? Did you feel you were pretty? Did you feel that you weren't? And one of Tyra's least sensical setups of all time. Take me back to the lowest, or like when you felt not good.
But what I love about that was that Raina had just said something not related to that question of like, well, 5 years ago, even 2 years ago. And then when Tyra then says, take me back, and you hear Raina go, 5 years ago?
We didn't want to cut out Tyra's weird question that wasn't a sentence. Or when she says, how do you feel being little Raina, little girl, and getting this far? And then while Raina is speaking, she just keeps going, yeah, ooh, yeah.
The one thing I will give Tyra is that I liked the earrings.
Sure.
I liked
Those
her
are
earrings.
good. Camille would approve of the circles.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of outfits,
where did this come from?
I need to talk about the trifecta of Tyra's blue rectangle, Krista's furry little shoes, and then Raina's short skirt with a full beaver tail coming out of it. These came out of nowhere. We've never seen them.
Were these Anna Sui?
I don't think so, because
Who can say?
I actually thought all the clothes in the collection were pretty cute and fun.
Yeah.
In the show,
were.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to believe this is outfits and panel. You know how Miss J had the most at panel?
Yes.
I want to believe that each week Miss J was secretly doing a hat feather enlargement as each person left.
I wrote in another cycle, Miss J's hat would have gained a feather for every girl eliminated.
And we saw the single plume at the show, and then the full peacock tail fan at the judging.
It feels like they didn't tell Miss J that they weren't going to be on the panel until right before the first episode.
Yeah, it's interesting. Have we ever, just remind me because I don't remember, have we ever had Miss J for the final judging, or has it always been Mr. J?
No, it's always
usually
Mr.
the designer.
J or the designer.
Yeah. But we've had some with Mr. J because it's been the whole, we're the ones who know you best because of the journey. But Miss J's new.
Because up until recently, they were just on the panel.
Yeah, they were just on the panel.
That's true.
Everything that they judge here. So the way they review the show and judge the walking, that is something we've seen in every finale. That's all good. That's regular. And I'm just going to do the overview right here.
Yeah.
Then we get the commercial, but we don't see their individual performances, which seems crazy. And then they don't do the side-by-side photo comparison. They don't go through any of the specific shoots at all.
No, they save that for B-roll during private panel.
They barely bring it up during private panel.
Yeah, they don't really have any specific discussion of pictures.
Mm-mm.
And these are two contestants that I would say of all the top twos we have who have some of the strongest portfolios.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When Andre Leontali is talking about the walk on the runway, he says presage. And because he talks about horses later, did he mean dressage?
I think he did as well. I love the idea of a pristine horse walk being a presage.
I loved when he's talking about Krista's walk that he says it seemed like you were walking on air and it seemed real. Which isn't what he meant, but I love it.
And no one can pretend to like Raina's walk. Miss J can barely make a sentence out of it.
Yeah, Miss J does not pretend at all. Tyra is the only one who really
She's like, it's great.
Tries. She also tells Krista that her walk was a little cheesy from
Come on.
our queen of cheese.
But when Miss J's just like, it's slightly work
At
sometimes.
And at other times, no.
I will say this, Miss J, both in public and private panel, is kind of savage to both of them at different times.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think either of them were Miss J's pick.
No.
Who do you think was?
Maybe an
Angela.
Angela moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Raina's photo. I think it looks like a CoverGirl ad.
I'll go on record. I prefer Raina's CoverGirl photo to Krista's.
Oh, yeah. I do, too.
I do as well, but I think there were full shenanigans in picking which shot of Krista that they did. Why would you not use one of her many, many smiling photos that the photographer called out as being gorgeous?
Yes. Let me read you the copy on this picture because I had to pause it and repause it a few times so I could get it all. Blast on out of that department store. The new Blast collections got your shades. The big, bold look of Blast shades makes the need for premium priced makeup shades a thing of the past.
So, are there shades?
Or have you blasted past shades?
Well, dare to go all the way with Lash Blast length, smolder with with smoky Shadow Blast, and gloss it up with Shine Blast. I originally thought it said gout for past and salmon fraud for Shine Blast.
I wish this had been the copy they had to say because that's all tongue twister, no filler.
There's so many shades. Shades.
I will say, I want to compliment Raina's CoverGirl picture a little bit more because I think it's actually above average. And I think for her, because she did so many straight onto camera, super fierce, as they would say, wolf eyes thing, to have something that's a lot softer, despite her normally going so straight on and fierce, this is kind of a new face for her. And I was surprised at just how much I like it. Like, if I looked at all these CoverGirl isolated shots that we've seen so far, I think I'd put this one from Raina in at least my top 10 or so. I think it's really good. Krista's looks like it's between two shots or something. The mouth and the eyes just aren't, and Tyra says it, but they're just not activated at all. It's
I just don't understand why they chose the shot for her.
Yeah. She looks
her
a little...
lips look amazing.
Yeah. She's a little like looking in two directions.
Mm-hmm.
And the hair choice they made was not.
I honestly think that this is like both, for what the picture is and what we're seeing, one of my least favorite CoverGirls of all times. And it's one of those moments where, because she had been so strong up there, I was like, oh, I bet watching in real time, if I hadn't remembered the winner, I'd have been like, oh, is this what tanks her?
Yeah, truly.
I do think her performance in the commercial ends up being much better than Raina's, even though it's a little bit hard to tell since we don't get their individual takes.
Yeah.
Well, and also it's so blown out and cheap looking.
And Raina is just so squinty. So squinty.
There was also some ADR about cue cards, which seemed like maybe Raina also used them, maybe.
Yeah, I did like the moment in the commercial where both of them walk out and with a perfectly straight arm point to the heavens. Because you know when a helicopter's coming, but you know it's coming, you still point at it to make sure that both people who are looking at it know that it's there. Like classic helicopter logic.
The whole commercial was so stupid. We talked about it, but like...
It's one of the worst commercials. It is blown out to Kingdom Come.
That and like they're lounging by the pool and then going off to nightlife during the day.
There's also just no opportunity for personality in the way we would normally see in a CoverGirl shoot.
Yeah,
gone are the days they're out in the outback.
I was about to say gone are the days of having a fiesta. You're right, Hannah. I didn't even notice it, but I didn't think about the fact that we didn't get their individual takes. And I wonder if it's because both of them were not amazing. I don't think either of these are commercial read gals.
No.
Man, I would have loved to have seen an Angelique version.
Right.
Yeah. Private panel. There is still no discussion about their photos, really.
Nope.
No, it's just uses B-roll.
Nigel would say that Krista's a better model with the whole body.
It's really just like chalk and cheese, you know, those two things you eat.
I love the phrase chalk and cheese, though. That is something that I have friends who, like, European leaning use all the time, and you hear on, like, Taskmaster and stuff. And I always thought it was funny because I love that. I want to know where that came from because I'm like, yeah, I guess those are opposites. but
I
in
like
the most
that Nigel
wholesome way.
said that they were literally chalk and cheese, because which one's chalk and which one's cheese?
Well, according to Tyra,
Krista's
Raina,
cheese.
Cheesy.
yeah, Krista is cheese and Raina is chalk.
Mm-hmm.
Andre, and I like this, said that both of them use Top Model as an open university to learn about stuff, because I think that's a good way to think of Top Model, and I like that Andre Leon Talley redefined that for people.
Andre Leon Talley also almost broke the show and was like,
Yep.
why do we have one winner?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Andre is ready to give it to both of them.
I also thought the discussion that ends up being between him and Nigel about going global was very interesting.
Yeah.
With Nigel being like, well, why would a girl travel if she didn't have to? And Andre being like, why would she? They want to travel.
They like traveling.
They want to be an international name.
Seeing new things and experiencing new places and people is a good thing.
When Miss J compares the two of them and says that Krista might get a, quote, few scattered editorials. What did Krista do to hurt Miss J?
It goes back to the pushing on the plane.
Pushing on the plane.
That was where the romance died.
I mean, I will say, I think Krista takes, on the whole, great photos. I do think, though, that she has a problem with her activating her face sometimes.
Mhm.
That Miss J is like, well, this can't work necessarily in an editorial all the time. Because she has had a bit of a blank face.
That's been a consistent thing that we've gotten from them for sure. I wish we had just one more like true beauty shoot.
Yes.
So that we could have seen, because if Krista had also failed in that or just not done as good as she did in all the other full body stuff, I'd be like, yeah, that's her whole thing, is her face just doesn't always have it.
Yeah. But Miss J also said, Raina's good for photos and not shows. Do not put Raina in a show.
Uncastable.
Miss J was clear about that.
Will not a book. Wow. I remember you two all the way back from your casting tapes. All the way back, Tyra? Were we ever so young?
They have very different faces going into this. Krista her emotions are about to get her. She needs to know. Please don't make her wait anymore, one way or the other. And Raina is just all teeth, smiling, happy.
What would Raina's reaction have been if she had won? Exactly the same as her reaction to losing.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lanta!
Jeepers creepers!
Look at those peepers, just pointing at her own eyes.
Wolf! Awoo!
Oh, woo!
Oh, wow!
Oh, wow.
Sure seems like I won.
Well, then.
Gee golly jeepers! That's me! Mario!
I guess it was a glorious morning, Glory.
Holy Toledo!
Oh, she would say holy Toledo. Shut the front door. It's all the, like, ways you can stop cursing.
Mm-hmm.
Is this heaven or am I an HE double hockey stick? Volleyball!
Lord. Luckily, we don't have to hear any of it. Because Krista wins, and then I can't believe, of all the times that Krista finally apologizes for an over-the-top reaction, it's now when no one minds. I'm like, this is the time you apologize when you actually should be having this reaction.
Tyra says to Raina, I know your daddy is so proud of his little girl.
Yikes.
Why is Raina so little? Why is she a little girl?
Because she's so young and so fresh.
Too fresh. There's a diminishing returns with freshness, and she's hit it. I did like, disingenuous or genuous, I liked Raina's little last whispered congratulations to Krista as she went out.
Yeah.
I thought that seemed genuine to me.
It seemed like, hey, you know what? We're not friends, but good job.
Yeah, but I respect
If there's
the win.
anything that high school and college sports teaches you, it's
Yeah.
how to say good game when you're walking off the field after a loss.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish you'd given the soccer team thing I had to do where you had two lines and you just did the little
High
hand
five.
tap.
Good game.
Andre Leon Talley does not leave the desk.
Nope.
He waves at at Krista from behind.
Well,
She
and they
gets a
share. She
cheek
comes to the
kiss.
desk and they share a
Mwah.
cheek kiss, and it's very sweet. And he's also very emotional when he sees how emotional she is.
Yes.
Yeah.
He just didn't like his pants that day.
I didn't like Nigel's pickup twirl hug.
No.
That's just too much body contact.
I thought weren't going to see the Tyra shot, but then we did.
Neck up only.
Neck up only.
Yeah, it kind of looked like they were trying to get out from water. Just like, get the air pocket.
We do see Krista's 17 cover, and it includes the articles.
Mm-hmm.
America's Next Top Model winner, Krista shows you the hottest looks. Turn to page 146.
I didn't even know there were that many pages in 17.
Seriously, what is it, a quarterly?
645 ways to look cute all summer. And lastly, the party drugs that make you feel fat and ugly.
Wait a second.
Hold up.
Not a
What
lie.
drugs are you taking? Because that's not their purpose.
It's just 17s. Like, we don't want our readers to do drugs. I know. Tell them they'll be fat and ugly if they take them.
I found myself liking the 17 shot for what it was.
They put that clip-on ponytail on her to make her look young and fresh.
Mm-hmm. I thought, as a whole picture, it was weird to just have the heads,
Yep.
which made it feel very Photoshoppy.
Yeah.
But I thought both Tyra and Krista looked pretty nice in it.
There was great neck extension.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I realized I missed the tradition of seeing them run off and do it real quick.
Yeah, because then we also know that Tyra took up
It's real. Yeah.
Go out there, girl, and make me proud because you are truly high fashion.
Hint, hint, hint.
Say hi to fashion.
Hi, fashion.
Do we want to get into updates with Raina first?
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. I saw two very different names. I think one is the pre-married name and one is the post-marriage name. I think during her time on the show, she was Raina Hein, Hein.
Okay.
And now she goes by Raina Marie Ellison and is married to Rhett Ellison, who is, I think, NFL?
Yes.
I don't remember. Yeah. So Raina is actually one of our more, I think, generally successful people. She has a website, RainaEllison.com. There is and everyone needs to read this right now. I'm telling you, right after you're done listening to this episode, go to RainaEllison.com and read her answers to 38 questions. That's called 38 questions. All of them, almost all of them, are about her husband. Not the question, not the prompt, her answer.
Ooh.
Including one where there's a lot about chastity, it feels like, but then a thing that makes her hot is her husband naked, and that's her answer. And I'm like, well, feels like a little mixed messaging, but whatever you want to do. She has 120,000 followers on Instagram. She's one of our more followed people. It's Rain Monster with 2 R's. So Rain Monster R.
A lot of purple Cookie Monster
and me.
Mm-hmm. She does a lot of, speaking of, she does a lot of baking now. So that's kind of like a hobby that she posts on there a lot. And you know what? Pretty good cake decorating, I'll say. She signed to Wilhelmina Models in Miami, Major Models in Paris, Photogenics in Los Angeles, Look Model Agency in San Francisco, More Creative Talent in Minneapolis, Ignite Models in Dallas, and Women Models in Talent also in Minneapolis. And almost a rebuke to panel calling her not an international girl. She did so much international modeling, including things like Harper's Bazaar Indonesia, Harper's Bazaar Arabia, Women's Health Malaysia.
Wow.
And so the big magazine, but then every country, essentially. She seems like she might be mostly stay-at-home parent right now who also does baking as a kind of
outlet,
side passion, but also still does some modeling, and her Instagram shows off that as well. She also seems to be very health food forward. That seems to be a big thing. And I will say this, her husband is very attractive. Then Krista is Krista White. Some interesting stuff about her. This is what I'm about to say is a little spoilery for next cycle. So if you haven't seen next cycle yet, skip ahead a minute. Krista's the first girl to receive 4 first callouts consecutively, followed by someone next cycle. Yeah. She's the 4th winner to never place in the bottom 2 after Jasleen, McKee, and Nicole. So that actually means it's becoming a tradition, kind of. Like, a lot more of our winners are just never placing in the bottom 2.
Makes sense.
She has an Instagram with about 60,000 followers. It's I Am Krista White. And I Am Krista White is also her website, which I think is not perfectly working because it wouldn't load for me, but I found some stuff still. Her Instagram bio reads, "Picking up my cross daily, America's Next Top Model, Cycle 14 winner." And then it just says Proverbs 2:11, but I looked it up and it's discretion will protect you and understanding will guard you. So make good choices, essentially. She is still currently signed to Wilhelmina Models. Her most recent editorial appearances have been in Seven Tribes magazine and Deluxe Version magazine. In 2016, she was judged on a TLC show, Global Beauty Masters, in season 1 and returned as a student mentor in season 2. And she's actually done a lot of fashion director stuff because she was both the fashion director for DLX VRSN magazine.
That's Deluxe Version.
Ah, perfect. That makes a lot more sense than having all those letters said out loud. And also Elise Beauty, partnering with Elise Beauty. Here's some fun for the call out average. This one had some fascinating numbers. So here's our top model math to end us before we eulogize the cycle. So Krista fully legit won. Not surprising with all the first call outs.
No.
And Raina was legitimately second.
Oh, nice.
Unsurprisingly, Angelie was third.
Sure.
And Jessica was 4th.
Yeah.
And then I believe it's Alexandra. The only other fascinating thing was that Ansley should have been much lower, like second or third eliminated.
Yeah.
And Tatiana should have placed 7th.
Good.
Yep.
Good for Tatiana.
Uh-huh.
By kind of a big gap between her and the 8th place person too. And I love a world where Tatiana is almost gets overseas. And I'll say it again, we had some problems with Jessica, but she deserved 4th place, and I think it's silly that she didn't get it.
Yeah. She got 2 first call outs.
Yeah.
Separate from each other too, not even back to back.
I'll start off by saying I remember going into this, I described Krista as one of my personal least remembered winners.
I would agree with myself.
I really like Krista. I think she's a very good model. I think for the most part, especially early on the first half of the cycle, she was one of our most endearing contestants.
Absolutely.
And I think she, if I was ranking my winners, she would place pretty high. And it's nice that someone very clearly, legitimately won the cycle.
Yeah.
Yes. Someone who was good at modeling, who enjoyed modeling, who was fun to watch the majority of the time. She got a little punchy.
She got annoying at the end.
Towards the end of the cycle, but, who amongst us?
Yeah. Yeah, she was still, despite Raina's insistence, pretty young, and having that much praise lopped on you and getting all these prizes doubled up every single time. Just covered in charm bracelets. Who wouldn't?
She opened her own business of just reselling all those charms.
Just all the prizes.
Finance that magazine.
I remember Raina being not as problematic as she was.
Me too.
For me, when I was younger, as a young woman, you receive a lot of messages about being positive and how it's the right way to act and how it's the right way to be. So the first time I watched this cycle, I think because I had internalized that so much, I really took Raina more at face value and did not push. And then rewatching it, so much of that is way more toxic, way more passive aggressive, way more problematic, as you said.
Yeah.
Hearing that, though, also makes me feel for Raina because I'm sure she got the same messaging.
Absolutely. 100%.
And so that's what she was just spitting out. And if she truly was, and I do take it at face value that I bet she was bullied. And if she was her way to combat that, her way to combat that was that I think we give bullied people that a lot too, of just don't let it affect you.
Yeah.
Just keep a smile on that face and then nothing can hurt you. Sticks and stones, that kind of stuff. I will say as the cycle as a whole, it's a really fascinating cycle because it's this bridge between their first petite cycle and when they become high fashion, to the point that we forgot that it wasn't the high fashion one, especially with the winner. And it's, you know what? It was a cast of really the people that made you feel something.
That's true.
It was also well cast in that I did not fear for anyone's mental health by and large. I was not like, this person is too fragile to be on this show.
Yeah, no. I think Brenda was the only one we were like, probably shouldn't have been on here, but I wasn't worried about Brenda.
Exactly.
No. I don't know. I think the season overall was like not bad.
I enjoyed it, especially for one that I had revisited so little. I really did enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm it's kind of a interesting one. I'd be interested, I don't know if you want to slap up a poll, Alexander, but I would be interested in just a very simple, like, is Cycle 14 one of your favorites? You know, is just like, because I just don't feel like people talk about it a lot for whatever reason.
It really is interesting to catch the show, to your point, JW, in this moment of transition, especially since the show will only go so far. Tyra will only ever be so much not Tyra.
Yeah.
So we're really, I think, about to see it sort of caught between two different philosophies and trying on a hat that might not fit so well.
Yeah, and it's so interesting to me that they had an Andre Leon Talley season that wasn't also exclusively high fashion. Because thinking about his time on the show, and I'll be interested to see this, he's here for 4 cycles. And I think it's fascinating that it's this one, the 2 high fashion ones, and then All Stars.
Yeah.
What an odd...
My brain doesn't even want to put those 2 things together.
Right? What an interesting, like, person to be during a, like, literally a time. Like, he's here to bridge.
And if you're here to bridge, you should rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast.
I like that one.
We love hearing from you, your hot takes, your iced tea. You can leave us a review on Apple or rate us on Spotify. It's going up. It's creeping. Y'all doing the work. It's appreciated. You can also reach out to us at podleadum.com or send us a message at podleadum@gmail.com. Lots of ways. Very easy to get in touch with. You can find me anywhere at YetCharming.
I'm on Instagram at Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm on Twitter at JW Crump.
And be sure to use the hashtag PodLeadum whenever you do. Hopefully the storm in Serbia will have calmed down and we will be back to our regularly scheduled PodLeadum. But
can you imagine those people using Pod and Leadum that way, and when they search for it, they're like, what the fuck? Oh, I do want to say that there were a bunch of people who started a thread saying that our commercial read for Anchor.fm is something that they do not want to change and they love. And I'm so glad because I also really like it too.
Well, good, because I was some backstage insight. I was about to ask Hannah and JW if they thought we needed to change the ad. And right before I had that conversation, y'all said, don't ever do it.
Nope.
Don't touch
the
perfection.
Fans made that decision for us. And I love the idea of a drag queen lip syncing to it. And I love that we all now know our most iconic lines from it. I didn't realize that mine was like banknotes, as Tyra would say.
Oh, I knew what mine was.
I thought Alexander's was going to be marinara stagliatelle.
Yeah, I was surprised by mine. I'm not mad at it. I did also think marinara stagliatelle. So for PodLeadum, I have been Alexander Price.
I'll be Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm JW Crump.
And we'll see you on top.
PodLeadum is not endorsed by America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, 10x10 Entertainment, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. America's Next Top Model and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.